Hey guys, so basically I'm working on my pinball machine. I'm having trouble. There's three lights on the top row, which are right down here, A, B, and C, and they're not illuminating. So what I'm doing is those lights go into this connector, and this connector is old, and it's an old Tyco connector. You can see here, whoops, sorry guys, you can see that I've replaced all these other connectors. These are brand new pins, brand new connectors, brand new pins. I have these new ones right here, and I just cut them as I need them. Usually they're about 9. They're 9 pins, so I cut them to 9, which is what I did here. This is now a 9 pin, and I have new pins right here. These are brand new Molex Trifericon pins. You can see that top louvered piece, and basically what happens is when this goes in, that extra piece on top right there gives it an extra, like kind of like an extra, I don't know what you want to call it, like an extra bite almost to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to replace this connector. Now each of these has it's going to have 2 wires running to it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut these and then put them into the Molex, the new Molex connector with two wires, which is, it's a bit tricky, but this is the Molex crimper, and we're just gonna put this guy in here a while. You put this guy right in there, start it, and it's ready to go. You just make sure it's straight up and down. We're gonna put the 2 wires into here and then push down on it and crimp it. But first, what I need to do is need to cut these wires. So we're just gonna cut them. And we're gonna strip it. Well, we tried to strip it. There's one. There's 2. And I'll be right back. Right back. You can move. Stay. Alright, let's try this. Let's try this. A little bit of light. How about that? That might help. Alright. Well, that looks a lot better. Okay, I'm going to edit that part out. Alright, well now we got some light, so, which is what I needed. So we got the 2 wires right here. And what I typically try to do is I try to take these 2 wires, make them a little longer, and then twist them around so you get a good connection there. And then we're going to take, this is the tricky part, okay? So you're going to take this guy, especially when you're dealing with 2 wires. It's a pain. It's hard to get them exactly right. There we go. I'm crimping. Take it off. Now, if this isn't perfect, I'm going to redo it. Okay. So, let's take a look. Well, see now, here's what you want to see. What you want to see is, sorry guys, there we go. You want to see the sheathed part, the red part, in this crimped area, and the bare wire up here in this crimped area. Which we got plenty of bare wire, but I didn't sheath it right, so it's kind of, well, we got one sheath in there. I think I'll go with it. So that what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take the new connector, make sure it's facing the right way, and I'm just gonna slide her in. And this slides right in, you'll hear it click. Hear that? Okay. There's our 2 connectors. Then we do the next one. And there's a couple, well, there's one that skipped right here. So we gotta make note. There's no pin here, so there should be no wire here. So we're going to pull the next one out. And these old Tyco connectors, they weren't bad at the time, but with age, they lose, well, if you leave them alone, they're fine. But when you have to do board work, and you pull them off, put them back on, pull them off, put them back on, what ends up happening is the connections get bad, and then you start having wires that aren't getting a good connection. You know what I mean? Alright, let me just back this out a little bit. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to take these 2, we're going to put them together like this, twist, alright. And now it's a little long, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the top off a little bit. Well, oh no, I did it. Look what I did. Look at that. What a freaking mess. Well, that's not what I wanted to do, but try it again. Problem is, if it's too small, it doesn't want to wrap around. Okay, so let me get one of my pins here. And we're just gonna, put that in there. Like so. There we go. And we're gonna let's check that out. That looks good. We're gonna go with that one. And we're just gonna slide her in there. Oh, I have it upside down. So we want to slide it in here. There we go. Heard the click, felt the click, whatever. Next. Just a little more. There we go. That should be good. I need to straighten this out. Oh, sorry guys. Touching the camera. There we go. Alright. Put these together. Twist. Alright. The biggest problem is that you're trying to put it in this little tiny crevice right here. I mean, you guys can't see it, but you're trying to put 2 wires in there when normally you're only doing 1, and it's a bit of a challenge. It is. It can be a bit of a challenge. So there we go. Well, that one looks really good. Really good. Next. One, 2, now typically they don't want you to twist these wires, but really in reality when you have 2 like this, you really don't have a choice. I don't really have a choice because it's so hard to put the 2 together when they're separate. It's so difficult, and you know, I don't think it's a big deal. You know what I mean? So alright. It's not. We got 4 more yet. So we got to skip one. make this straight. That's a little too much. I think we can work with that though. Okay. Beautiful. Once you do this about a couple thousand times, you get pretty good at it. 10,000 times. 10, 20,000 times, something like that. I'm gonna put this guy in first. It's all set. You hear that click, so it goes and clicks, so you can click it and then, you know, it holds in there, and then you don't have to, you know, worry about it coming apart until you click it again and again and again, you know. And that, if you buy an official Molex crimper, it's like hundreds of dollars. And they're nice, but you can buy the one I got on Amazon for about 10 bucks. And it's essentially the same thing, basically. It's the same exact thing. So oh, that's right. I already have one in here. I don't need one. Well, see, sometimes what'll happen is this guy will go crooked, and you have to straighten him out. Looks real good. Okay, now the next one, I'm going to have to skip. So this guy, we skip, because there's no pin here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's no pin there. So we can't put a wire where there's no pin. And they kind of do that so you don't mess, you know which way it goes, so you don't accidentally put a connector on backwards, which I've done. I've definitely done. And depending on what you put on, it can be bad. You can blow all kinds of things. Integrated circuits. Just to go off topic, but that one that has the blue and black, I put that on backwards. And that's a high voltage one. Okay. And it blew out those ICs right there. I had to replace. I had to unsolder them, put new tables in, and then resolder them. And then now if anything happens to them, I can just yank them out of here. I don't have to unsolder them anymore. But that was a kind of a dumb mistake that I did, and you know, you'll have this, and Sometimes these things happen. So sometimes you're gonna make mistakes. We all do. The nice thing was those were like, I don't know, $1.50 on DigiKey, and literally the whole thing was like $11 with the shipping. So it was very, very cheap. All right, so we skip now. So we go over here, put this guy in here, snap, and this is the last one. If I can get it out, there's the old connector. And that's how they put these in. They put these in, pushed them down, and they crimped inside there. And it's a good design, but it's just old, and they go bad. So into the trash that goes. And so far I'm 8 for 8. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, one. There we go. It's a little better. It's being a pain. Always wants to be a pain. There we go. All right. Last one. Here we go. Ah. Now they came apart. Well, this is one I'm going to have to do them one at a time here. So what I'll do is I'll put this one in. Well, no. Let's not do that. Let's see if we can't just get this on. It just doesn't want to cooperate, does it? No, doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, well, I'll give it a shot here. There's one. When they're separated like this, they can be a real pain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expose a little more wire and then wrap them. Okay. Here we go. Looks good. Last pin. All right, now the only thing left to do is plug it in. And man, does it have a firm grip. I gotta tell you. That is a firm grip. Looks good. All new. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna see these. We're gonna try it. We're gonna see if that connector makes these lights come on. If it doesn't, then I know it wasn't that connector. Something else going on. So you see all my tools laying everywhere. let's give it a shot. See what happens. If I can find if I can find the switch. I have a remote switch to turn it on. There we go. And no, it's not. It's not that. Well, it must be something else going on there. And I guess I'm going to have to figure that out. But I thought it might be the connector, but I guess it's not. So, back to the drawing board. But, you know, one thing it could be, let's see. Where does that go? It goes in here. And then some of it goes this way up to here, and some of it goes this way. So, okay, I think I just found it. Is it here? Is there black? Is there red wire in there? I don't see any. It might be. Might go to this one. Let's see. Oh, there's some red wire. Yeah, there's a couple. There could be something on that, possibly. I will figure it out. So, well, we changed that connector, and which I've been changing these connectors. This one needs done yet. This one, and these 4 right here all need repinned. And I already did all these guys, and that's it. That should be everything. But maybe I should repin these things too. Time will tell. Okay, well, thank you very much for stopping by, and we'll see you guys.